What are you doing today to prepare for your future? An article found on Go Banking Rates reports that 69% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. This remarkable fact shows that us as Americans collectively have a way to go when it comes to personal finance, especially when our finances affect our families and our partner. Variable Mind lists money problems as the number one topic for marital tension. In my own experience, my relationship's tension was a result of not being on the same page with our expenses and ultimately our future. As a gift, just before my long-term girlfriend Jenny and I moved in together, I was given The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. Since reading and sharing this book with Jenny, we have been on the same page with our finances and looking forward to our future, instead of just ignoring and ultimately resenting each other's spending decisions. As a result of our success, I suggest all couples should take a realistic look at each other's finances, creating a budget together, and being transparent about each other's expenses to eliminate the number one topic for arguments in relationships. Let's start by talking about each other's spending. First, you and your partner both need to take off your financial blinders and open up about your history and current spending situations. These are hard topics to discuss. Debt is a big issue that a lot of couples face. Discuss the debts that both of you have. 1 in 5 people believe that their partner to be irresponsible with money. Of that population, of that 1 in 5, nearly 42% do not know about their partner's debts. So it's not a fact that they don't have any, it's just that they have no idea if they have any or if they do. The other topic that you guys need to discuss is your income. Most likely, your take-home pay varies from what your partner makes. Don't let these differences divide you. You and your partner are on the same team. Don't hold your money over their money. It only leads to tension further down the road. Don't resent them for making more than you, and don't hold your money over their head if you're making more than them. Along with this, come clean on any secret bank accounts that you have, or any extra credit cards you have, as again, it just leads to resentments further down in the relationship. Some statistics here: 13% of individuals that participated in a survey on Google said that they have a secret checking account, and then another 12% say that they have a secret credit card. So it is a thing that people do, where they have secret accounts that they're using to spend money on. Now that you and your partner have aired out all of your financial laundry, now it's time to make a plan going forward. Making a budget together is the next step in getting your collective finances. Step 1 of budgeting is a total of your household income. No more debt. Your expenses will not exceed your income. If for whatever reason you spend more than you make, then you're going to need to make some lifestyle changes, but more on that later. Include all incomes, consistent and variable. Examples of variable may include payment for selling plasma, a work bonus, a second job, anything like that also needs to be included in your income for your budget. Once you have an expected income value for the month, you need to take a look at your expenses. Best practice would be to look at the last month's transactions that you've had. In doing this process, rank your expenses from most important to least. Important items, of course, are going to be the necessities like rent, utilities, food, clothing. Lifestyle and luxury items are going to be towards the bottom of your list. This would also be a good time to cancel whatever subscriptions you have for magazines that you don't read anymore, or in my case, for an Xbox that I haven't used in 2 years, or anything like that. Now would be the time to just unsubscribe from those. Along with this, the next step would be to set up budget lines to include every dollar of your income. Examples for budget lines are going to be rent and mortgage, utility, electric, heat, savings, groceries, fun and restaurants, tuition in my case, and then a plan to pay off whatever debts you do have, be it credit card, be it student loan debt, a car. Now that you've both proactively given your money a name, you can now see how closely your plan aligns with your actual expenses. Tracking your transactions is the next step in sticking to your budget and ultimately refining future budgets. Come up with a system for both of your expenses to be tracked throughout the month. This can be done super easily, guys. You could download expense tracking apps like EveryDollar from Ramsey Solutions or from Intuit Mint, or by just having like a notebook on the counter that you guys share and that you update daily. The point of tracking your expenses is knowing where you are at with your expenses as the month goes on. This way you can adjust your spending accordingly. An example I can relate to would be not doing a Costco run on the last day of the month, because that would obviously blow our $500 for groceries that we allot for in our month and our budget. Also, you are sticking to the plan that you and your partner made at the start of the month. This is going to be a tool to hold yourself accountable because you made the budget line yourself. Like you guys, committed to each other. That's what you were going to hit. A side note with this one, guys, is don't attack your spouse if they go over in one category. Use it as an opportunity to amend the budget going forward, not to start a fight. An example I'll use here, obviously, like I'm a guy and I don't wear makeup and I have no idea like what makeup costs or what kind of expenses go through that or to maintain what you have on hand or anything like that. So when I see Jenny buys $80 worth of makeup, I shouldn't be like holding that over her head on the budget or making that like leverage for me to spend money at the same time. That's something that's a part of our budget and something that we just include in it every month. Everybody has spent money on unnecessary things, but being transparent with your partner on your transactions can dissolve any resentments that you may be feeling towards one another. As 69% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their savings, we can reasonably deduct that as a population, we have some work to do when it comes to our finances. This shortcoming has an effect on ourselves, of course, but also on our loved ones around us. When partners are not on the same page regarding their expenses and debts, it causes a severe tension that can wreck some relationships. Honest and open communication is the foundation to any relationship, and it should be no different with finances. By looking together at your financial history, creating a budget, and sticking to your budget by tracking your monthly expenses, you and your partner too can enjoy the peace of mind associated with being on the same financial page. Educate yourself and get on the same team as your partner. The sooner you start, the sooner you can start enjoying the life with your money. What are you waiting for?